Hey friends, welcome to another unboxing of the massive haul. This one's another doubled up box. We are getting through the next to the last row. It's still there's still stuff I haven't seen yet, so who knows what else we're going to run across. This has just been endless, I know. This box got a couple looks like Hell on Earth and Deadlands items on the top, and then some other things. Like this is one I've never seen before. It's called Journeyman by Infinity Games. Heard of Infinity Games, but I've never heard of this one. 1989. So for those of you system junkies out there looking for stuff, that might be something up your alley. We've got a pair of the player character record books for Kingdoms of Kalmar, Dungeons and Dragons 3.0. Knuckle Duster, Cowtown Creator. This was one of a small number of items that this Knuckle Duster did. And there's the Firearm Shop here, which is next. And then I think they had a Knuckle Duster core rulebook too. Deadlands, Hell on Earth. This is the Wasted West, so like the player guide, I believe. We got Ghostbusters from Deadlands Classic. Another Hell on Earth. This is the Waste Warriors book. Back to the Deadlands Classic. This is the Agency book. Now we're into some other random stuff. We've got a couple of All Flesh Must Be Eaten. So this is One of the Living and the Zombie Smackdown. A couple of Hunter books. I guess these are ones that were part of the box we just recently did. This is First Contact, Utopia, Hunter, The Reckoning, Players, Storyteller's Handbook, sorry. Hunter's Holy War, and then the Hermit source book. That's the Hunter books. Hermit. This is some, looks like some D20 items here. This is from Fast Forward Entertainment, the Occult Items of Power. They did a whole bunch of these right in the beginning, and they did really well right out of the gate, and then they just kind of overproduced. Green Races. This is one of the ones where they started to kind of come off the rails, I think. The Complete Monstrous Undead Compendium. Wondrous Items of Power. I think this is one of the earlier ones and probably one of the better ones, if I'm not mistaken. Now when we're into some other stuff, we've got Atlas Games, Guerrilla Warfare. This is for the Feng Shui 2nd edition. Feng Shui original one from Daedalus. This is back for seconds. And the Feng Shui core rulebook 1st edition. Fun little thing. Shadow Fist was a game that the card game that kind of went along with that. Thorn of the Lotus. And I know some people regarded Shadow Fist as one of the best collectible card games of the era. And Feng Shui 2nd edition, which is the first, I think, the first edition that Atlas Games did. I don't know if it's technically 2nd edition or 3rd edition. They've got a 3rd edition now, I think. All right. A couple other odds and ends. Let's see. Nerfed On book that's not in great shape. The Pocket Warrior. This is some kind of a fantasy game. It actually says on here this is not a CD or a CD-ROM, so I think this is like a case where they put the module and stuff into it. So the Pocket Warrior, circa 1997, Plaid Rabbit. I've got a pair of 2300 box sets with some stuff inside of them, so I'm going to pull that out. So Man's Battle for the Stars box set, pretty good shape. I've got another one underneath it. No extra stuff in it. This one's a lot more crushed in, so we'll have to check completeness on both of those. Small stack of the Traveler stuff, it looks like. And then we'll get back into some other things here. So, got the equipment guide. This is all 2300 AD. Vehicle guide. And then the Bayern module. And the kind of in-demand invasion module. This one always goes pretty fast. Another ground vehicle guide. Beanstalk, one of the modules, and another ground vehicle guide. Kaffir Dawn module. 3W did one Traveler module, Operation Overlord, and they also did Twilight 2000 module and a Space 1889 module. Those are all a lot harder to get than the GDW stuff. Earth Cybertech source book for 2300 AD, I guess. Copy of the Ranger source book. Pretty cool art on that. Rotten to the Core. And the Death Watch program. A couple of the rule books for the first 2300 set. I bet nothing else. Back to Feng Shui, we've got, this is Valiant Publishing, did this one, or Ronin Publishing. Blood of the Valiant, that's where I was getting confused. This was the only book that they did. It was a third party for Feng Shui. And then Marked for Death was the other Daedalus module. This is back to Atlas. We've got the Four Bastards and Seal of the Wheel. Not sure I have all those in stock. Seed of the New Flash, and I'm pretty sure this was done under another company originally. This is the first edition of Atlas's screen on location, the GM screen. Elevator to the Netherworld from Atlas. In Your Face Again, also from Atlas for Feng Shui. And the Golden Comeback from Atlas. All right, getting towards the end of this box, we've got some demon items. So we've got the Storyteller Companion and Screen. Damned and Deceived. Demon was kind of a smaller system, but man, it's always in demand. Here's a player's guide for Demon. I'm pretty sure all this will go very quickly. Saviors and Destroyers. You don't get a nice run like this that often. Earthbound. Houses of the Fallen. Fear to Tread. City of Angels. And then finally, the Demon, the Fallen core rulebook. Does have a little crease here. Looks like the cover got bent at some point. But a little bit of fading. Otherwise, it's in pretty good shape. And then a novel, Forgotten Realms novel. That's it for this box. Another good lot of stuff. And we'll move on to the next one pretty soon. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.